Top contents presents top 10 critically endangered species in the world. Number 10. Humans eating the largest amphibian into extinction. The Chinese giant salamander. The Chinese giant salamander, Andreas davidianus, is the world's largest amphibian, growing to lengths of up to 6 feet. It used to be common throughout central, southwestern and southern China, where it lives in streams in the forested hills and lays up to 500 eggs at a time in underwater burrows guarded by the male. However, the Chinese giant salamander has now almost completely disappeared due to its overexploitation as a food source. Number 9. The world's biggest cat is almost gone. The tiger. 4 subspecies of tiger, the Caspian, Javan, Balinese, and South China tigers, have already gone extinct due to habitat loss and relentless hunting by humans. 5 subspecies remain: the Amur Siberian tiger, the Bengal tiger, the Indo-Chinese tiger, the Malayan tiger, and the Sumatran tiger. All of these tigers live in parts of Asia, and all are hanging by a thread in the wild, with fewer than 3,000 remaining in total, and illegal hunting claiming more of them on a weekly basis. The main driver of this looming and seemingly inevitable extinction is the insatiable appetite for tiger bones, skins, eyes, and other body parts in China and Vietnam, where tiger organs are used to make an array of traditional folk medicines. In those countries, the complete carcass of a single tiger can be sold for as much as $50,000, which means that a poacher who kills a wild tiger can earn enough money to support his family for several years. Because of this huge incentive, poachers, illegal hunters, are willing to take great risks to kill tigers. Number 8. The population of the world's largest turtle is dropping at an alarming rate. Leatherback sea turtle. The leatherback sea turtle, Didymochelys coriacea, is the Earth's biggest turtle and has the largest range of any species, swimming all over the globe from the tropics to the subpolar regions. When it comes time to dig a nest and lay its eggs, it crawls out onto sandy subtropical beaches the world over. The leatherback is also critically endangered. According to the IUCN, in 1982 there were around 115,000 adult female leatherback turtles in the world. Just 14 years later, there were only 20,000 to 30,000, and the population has continued to plummet. The leatherback's problems include theft of its eggs by humans, illegal hunting and nesting habitat loss due to beach development, and the erosion of beaches due to global climate change. In addition, leatherbacks sometimes die after ingesting plastic debris they find floating in the ocean, which they mistake for food such as jellyfish. Number 7. So rare it is almost mythological, the sala hangs on by its hoof tips in a forest full of poachers' snares. The sola, an Asian unicorn. The sala, pronounced sola, scientific name Pseudoeryx natanhensis, has been referred to as the Asian unicorn because it is so rare and seldom seen. It is also critically endangered, with no more than several hundred individuals remaining in several isolated areas of tropical forest stretching along the border between Vietnam and Laos. Related to cattle, but resembling an antelope, the sala, brown with white patches on its head and face, and sporting a pair of straight spiny horns. The sala was first discovered in 1992, and since then has been seen only a handful of times, even by researchers who were looking very hard. In fact, until late 2013, when a camera trap in Vietnam took photos of a single animal, no live saola had been spotted for 15 years. Illegal hunting and trapping are the main factors pushing the saola toward extinction. Southeast Asian forests have experienced a huge upsurge in poaching over the last few years due to a growing market for wild game and skyrocketing demand for rare wildlife for use in making Asian folk medicines. But the Asian unicorn is also threatened by deforestation. Number 6. Disease and illegal hunting are wiping out this gentle giant. Western lowland gorilla. There are 2 lowland gorillas native to West Africa: the western lowland gorilla, gorilla, which is the most numerous of the 4 gorilla subspecies, with over 100,000 individuals in the wild, and the cross-river gorilla, gorilla dili, of which only a tiny population of a few hundred remains. Both are listed by the IUCN as critically endangered because of the fact that their populations have declined by over 80% during the past 25 years and are projected to continue dropping over the coming decades. causes for the increasing scarcity include habitat loss and illegal commercial hunting by poachers who sell gorillas for food in West African markets. But the largest killer of gorillas has been a deadly illness, the incurable Ebola virus, which has ended the lives of up to 90% of these great apes in some forest areas. Number 5. Here's the scarcest of Madagascar's fast dwindling lemur species. Northern sportive lemur. It is very difficult to say that one lemur species is more endangered than another. There are around 100 species of these primates, all of which live on the island of Madagascar, off the southeast coast of Africa. Virtually all of them are declining dramatically in population, mostly because of habitat loss due to logging in the forests where they live, but also because of illegal hunting. Many lemur species are listed as endangered or critically endangered by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN. All About Wildlife has always had a lemur on our top 10 endangered species list. Until this year, that lemur was the greater bamboo lemur, of which perhaps fewer than 100 individuals remain. But researchers recently reported that there may be fewer than 20 of the critically endangered northern sportive lemurs, Lepillemur septentrionalis, left in the wild, so we decided to make a switch. According to the IUCN, the northern sportive lemur lives on and around just one small mountain at the northern tip of Madagascar. This lemur is a tiny creature, weighing less than 2 pounds. Number 4. No more than 60 of these swamp-dwelling Asian rhinos exist. Javan rhinoceros. The Javan rhinoceros, Rhinoceros sondacus, is the most endangered of the world's 5 rhinoceros species, with an estimated 40 to 60 animals remaining on the western tip of the island of Java, Indonesia, in Ujung Kulon National Park. The last member of another tiny population in Vietnam's Cat Tien National Park was killed by poachers in 2011. The water and swamp-loving Javan rhinoceros formerly ranged throughout Southeast Asia and Indonesia, but it's been hunted to near extinction for its horn, which is used to make Asian folk medicines. Although it is now protected, it may not have a large enough breeding population to prevent the species from going extinct. Number 3. The world's rarest cat, only 40 left in Russia's Far East. Amur leopard. The Amur leopard, Panthera pardus orientalis, is a very rare leopard subspecies that lives only in the remote and snowy northern forests of eastern Russia's Primorye region. Its former range included Korea and northern China, but the Amur leopard is now extinct in those countries. A 2007 census counted only 14 to 20 adult Amur leopards and 5 to 6 cubs. Threats facing the species include habitat loss due to logging, road building and encroaching civilization, poaching, illegal hunting, and global climate change. Number 2. The world's smallest and rarest marine mammal. Vaquita. The vaquita, a tiny porpoise that lives in the Gulf of California, is the most endangered marine mammal in the world, NAAW's new number 1 on our list critically endangered species. Vaquitas, which are the size of a loaf of bread at birth, often drown after becoming entangled in illegal gill nets used by fishermen in Mexican waters. Vaquitas were only discovered by scientists in the 1950s. There may now be as few as 30 of them remaining. Before we reveal the number 1, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more of top contents, and feel free to leave comments below. Here is the number 1 critically endangered species in the world. Hunted to near extinction, 450 right whales still swim the Atlantic. Northern right whale. Due, apparently, to global climate change. Warming ocean waters, particularly in the Gulf of Maine, where the whales often feed, have caused krill, the tiny, shrimp-like creatures on which right whales feed, to disperse and become more difficult for the whales to find. As a result, right whale reproduction has fallen to an alarmingly low level. Deaths due to all causes have increased, with 16 of the huge cetaceans found dead in 2017 alone, and researchers are finding evidence of increased levels of stress in the animals. So alarming is the situation that we've decided to put the northern right whale right back at the top of our list. The right whale got its name because 19th century whalers considered it the right whale to kill, as it not only was full of valuable whale oil, but it floated after it was dead, which made it easy to handle and process. As a result, it was driven to near extinction. Though now protected by law, right whales continue to suffer losses due to ship strikes, entanglements in commercial fishing gear that often cause them to drown, and now, increasingly, and as a result global climate change, to the scarcity of the tiny crustaceans on which they feed. We hope and pray for these incredible animals that one day the numbers of these species will grow again. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy learning about these endangered species, and may we protect these animals and last to the next generation to come.